I want to focus this public record investigation on some of the up-and-coming twists and turns as we revisit this 9-month period of time that led up to the discovery of the children's bodies in Chad Daybell's backyard. This is really less of a why-done-it and certainly more of a who-done-it, a really intriguing mystery that we're going to dig into. So let's open an investigation. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we hoped that Lori Vallow Daybell's trial would have begun in a couple of weeks as it was originally scheduled. Instead, after a number of hearings filled with twists and turns, Lori and Chad's trials were combined and moved to July 12th. Now, I want to go on the record publicly that I'm predicting that this trial will be watched by more people than the O.J. Simpson trial was 17 years ago. Think about this. Not only will we have the same capability for network television that we had then, but now we'll be live streaming. We'll have YouTubers, podcasters, and citizen journalists weighing in on the case. In the beginning, Lori Daybell was charged with resisting arrest or obstructing officers. She was charged with contempt of court and solicitation to commit a crime. After police discovered the bodies of JJ and Tylee, Chad Daybell was also charged with 2 counts of concealment of evidence and 2 counts of conspiracy to conceal evidence. Now, both of these defendants have pled not guilty. To many of us, these charges just simply don't seem to speak adequately to the seriousness of 2 children being murdered and buried in their backyard. You might recall my comment I made a few months ago on one of my broadcasts where I said that this was only the first act in a 2- or 3-part play. Lori certainly isn't out of the woods yet in Arizona. KUTV News in Utah reported late last year that Arizona officials were also looking to submit new charges against Lori in connection with the death of her estranged husband, Charles Vallow. I hope that you'll go back and watch our videos on Charles's suspicious death. And don't forget to look even into her past and see what we had to say about Lori's 3rd husband, Joseph Ryan's death. You'll remember the compelling discussion that we had with Ryan's sister, Annie Cushing. It was really something. I hope you're going to go back and listen to those. And of course, who can forget Alex Cox's death? Wow, like an Energizer bunny, this case just keeps going and going and going. Well, equally important is a reminder of a statement that prosecutor Robert Wood apparently made in his meeting with Lori's sister Summer Cox Shiflett in October of 2020. Reddit's Use Serendipity posted on the transcript online, and in part it said, Wood states, quote, "I'm just going to tell you right now, we are going to be filing charges of conspiracy to commit murder for both Chad and Lori," close quote. This is not something simply said in passing. Coupled with this very strategic move that was made by prosecutors to have both defendants and their cases combined into one trial is really big. This means that both cases will be tried together, where the evidence can be presented and heard once and for all. Now, Lori and Chad Daybell face felony charges related to conspiracy to commit destruction, alteration, concealment of evidence in the discovery of the bodies of JJ and Tylee on Chad's property in Salem, Idaho. Daybell surprised everyone in 2019 when the Arizona resident suddenly picked up and moved from Phoenix to Rexburg, Idaho with JJ and Tylee. Only 1 month later, the children then disappear, and in the following month of October, Chad Daybell's wife Tammy suddenly dies. How on earth does this happen? I guess, in effect, the blow was softened by proposing marriage to the widowed Lori, taking advantage of these unencumbered lives they were now living. That's right. The following month, in November of 2019, Chad Daybell married Lori Vallow in Idaho. The marriage was happening at the same time Rexburg police were frantically looking for the children, apparently without help from the newlyweds. While police were searching and performing welfare checks for Tylee and JJ, Chad and Lori were flying off to an island paradise and what must have been much-needed rest. Well, by December, police launched a formal nationwide search for the children. They located Chad and Lori in Hawaii as they celebrated their new life together, sipping sodas on the beach. You've seen the pictures. With no sight of the children, Lori Daybell was served with a court order demanding to know where the kids were. Irregardless, Lori refused to cooperate and she remained in custody. By March of 2020, Lori was extradited back to Idaho, where she remains in jail today. Chad returned home to support her in the court proceedings, and we watched him come in and out during those hearings. Now that June, exactly 9 months after what appeared to be an ill-conceived plan, the bodies of Joshua Vallow and Tylee Ryan were recovered from the backyard of Chad Daybell's Idaho home. He was arrested at that time and charged. I think it's really important to point out that Chad and Lori are presumed innocent at this point. The Sixth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees that the accused are going to enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury. I'm really grateful that these measures are in place, and I look forward with great anticipation, I might add, to the facts of this case becoming public in the coming months. The preliminary hearing clearly showed how strong the state's case is, and I hope that you'll keep this one on your radar. Those little kids, JJ and Tylee, deserve our support. There's going to be a hearing to consider the defense's request to disqualify the prosecutor, Robert Wood. It's scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. and it will be done on a Zoom call, a private Zoom call. It's not going to be public, but we can certainly expect that the media will report on it shortly afterward. Hold on to your hats for the outcome of this important meeting, folks. So, are you ready for your assignment? Here it is. Do you think, given the high-profile nature of this case, that Chad and Lori Daybell will be given a fair trial? And that it will be with a jury and a judge that can remain impartial? Let me know your thoughts on this in the chat below. Well, I really hope that you'll take a moment and hit the like and the subscribe button and join the Profiling Evil family. You'll see that we got a brand new look today. Things are a little bit different for 2021. By joining and subscribing, you're going to be able to be reminded of updates like this one and others. Get a chance to hear firsthand what my thoughts are on criminal cases around the world. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon at Profiling Evil.